That's what I'm saying, bro. And
here,
people
bro.
like you was more relatable to me and Chucky, but you more so because I could see that, yo, this was my guy, bro. Like 17, 18, this was my guy. We was rapping all the time. He's now taking his thing to this and now to this. So how did we get the Spotify deal?
All right, cool. So.
See, for me, I'm gonna speak my truth, yeah, and then obviously because I think our truths are slightly different in this situation. For me, definitely grew up around Wolves, Lewisham, South East London. Everyone knows what that's like, so I don't need to explain it. But one of the first things that I done as soon as I made a good bit of money was I moved out of my area. Now, some people might have a negative stance on that, but I'll explain why I did that. Because my main thing was I wanted to be a small fish in a bigger pond rather than a big fish in a small pond, yeah. And I feel like staying in my area was gonna cap like what I saw as possible. And I knew that when I moved up to certain areas like your Chelsea's and your Knightsbridge and all these kind of areas, you would consistently be reminded of things that would push you to become a better you, yeah? On top of that, as a byproduct of just growing up in the hood, you've also got the cliche Nipsey Hussle thing of like your own hood, or generally it's the crabs in the barrel thing, innit? They're the ones who usually bring you down. Me personally, my outlook, and I won't change this whether it's my brethren or whatever, is I always say to someone, move out of your environment for multiple reasons. For the fact of just growth and moving out your comfort zone, and for the fact of what we just spoke about, is that shining amongst your friends who might, for example, never ever see a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand, anything, shining amongst them, that it's just having common sense and knowing that there's certain people you can have certain conversations with. If I want to be the best me, I can't be the best me in an environment where people might be threatened or might want to threaten me because of what I've achieved. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is how I always see it. I always call it like the paid in full theory. It's like in Paid in Full, yeah, the movie, yeah. My man was killing it, hella bread, and we know the real story as well. Hella bread, facts, yeah. But he stayed in the hood. To be fair, stayed actually in his mum's yard. If you remember rightly, he was coming home and tying up the laces and putting you know what I'm saying, yeah. That for me is suicide. And I think it's been proven time and time again why it's suicide. So are you willing to argue why is that the way that you see it to be? Like why are you
But man, that's not what I said.
Okay, but
I
so
said the reason why I'm back in my end now is because landlord had a problem with where I was living before.
Okay.
Got rid of us. I think there was a new clause in the legislation in that area, blah blah. So my plan was to move out wherever I was gonna move out by April, but then Corona hit.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm like, I haven't.
So your aim is to move out of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I haven't earned anything in 4 months. I don't know what the new normal is going to look like after. So I'm not in a hurry to leave my mum's. But whilst I'm at my mum's, I'm not going to make certain financial decisions.
Yeah.
Just because I'm at my mum's, thinking, because what a lot of people have done is that, I'm at my mum's, I've saved bare P.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but you don't even know what you're going to need the P for.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like, I save just because I like having money.
Yeah.
So I save anyway. You know, people say save for a rainy day. No, I just save because I like to. I've probably got the same £20 note I saved in 2016 in my stash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just don't spend for no reason. But some people live check to check, and I've accepted that because when I have conversations with people that come to my events, for example, I could say to you, yo, come to my event, the table's $1,000. You're cool with that. Some people are like, what? No, man. And in my head, I'm like, well, I don't know how I'm going to sell the table cheaper. It's not going to make any. So I'm saying
you got to think about your audience.
Yeah, so I've had these conversations with people, and I've realized there's certain price points that are okay with people like you, but not okay with people like them.
Yeah.
But I still want them to come.
Yeah, I was having this problem with events. I think one of the main reasons I left events for me personally, and it's quite relevant to this topic. Literally, the main reason after my last time to let go at O2 was because I was attracting the whole of Lewisham Borough, and then there was a big madness at one of my last events, which led on to like we had a negative feel around us because of what I started to get a negative feel around me. It was like I came with a lot of baggage, which I wasn't even involved in. I was never involved with certain things that just came with me. They just came because I know them. These are people I went to school with, etc., etc. But because of that, I started to realize that my surroundings would have consistently dragged me down. So I just feel like for me, there was an importance for that. What I respect with people like you is you're still able to cater to like your ground level audience where you came from, but still try and elevate. But do you find that's a struggle though?
Nah. Sometimes. So for example, I'll give you an example. My birthday party, I just had to go back to the ends and speak to my boys and say, listen, I'm having a birthday party. I really want you guys to come, but if you come, you have to behave. That's it. If you know you're not gonna behave, out of respect for me, do not come. It's as simple as that. I'll provide alcohol. I'll provide women. You know, certain man want to come see pretty girls. All of that will be there. No, I'll be honest with you. All of that will be there. Girls. But you got to come with good behavior. And the brother that I done my birthday party alongside, he said the same thing to his man then. If you came to my birthday, were you there?
No.
If you came and you saw the man them on paper, beef should have kicked off times 10.
Yeah.
But because everyone came with the mutual respect for me and who I celebrated it with, there was nothing. It was cool. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I wouldn't do that all the time, don't get me wrong. Not every weekend, but that was one. Whereas the other ones is more to do with, there's a pattern in behavior. Certain men don't go online and buy tickets, so you avoid them anyway.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And if you can sell out online, they're not coming to your event.
Facts.
I mean, I don't sell tables. I don't have people that come with Rolexes or bust down, all of that stuff. So the wolves that it would attract wouldn't come because that's not the type of event that I promote anyway. Or you be wasting your own time.
Yeah.
Come to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have been to events where those are the kind of crowds that they attract, and I know for one, I'm about my P's and Q's, bro. If this is the type of event I'm at, I'm not staying to the end.
Staying to the end is staying to the end is.
I'm staying to the end is suicide,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a game changer. I can't lie. It's a game changer.
Certain things, and I'm like, why did I stay till the end?
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm more extreme, and I'll be lying to sit here and act like I'm just not there, bro. Like you know me, bro. Like it all changed for me, and don't get me wrong. I know, and don't get me wrong. It's like that's how I'm like shout out Crit. That's how I see Crit to be. Like I know a lot of people that can still, even Ice, bro. Like shout out Ice, like he can still do that. For me personally, and there's probably man in the hood right now that be like, yeah, like that's, bro. Like it was holding me back, bro. Like it was capping me. Don't get me wrong. I will now do so many things for my area. Like I'll go back and do this and do this and do all these other things. But for me to grow to levels that I've grown at and where I want to go, I just never found that the local mentality was going to get me global success.
But that's 100%. I get that because even with the podcast. So for example, the podcast came about because three man from different areas.
Brilliant segue. It's like you just helped me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's brilliant. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Brilliant. Because I was thinking which way to go there, like skillfully, and you've done it. So podcast. Yeah. All right, tell us a bit about your podcast, bro. So for those who don't know, Taser is like one of the three. Go on.
Award-winning podcast, by the way.
Award-winning podcast, by the way. Free plaques in the house, and probably one of the first UK podcasts to get the Spotify. Yeah. I didn't want to facts in it. In our scene. Yeah. Like, so to put it this way, so when let's go back to that moment because I kind of literally fumbled the bag for these guys. I want to address this one because I literally fumbled the bag. Shout out Mr. Exposed. Shout out Mom. I literally fumbled the bag for you guys. I can't lie. I did, and I'm sorry.
No, you're not understanding. I was in my kitchen, and the man then put it in the group. I was like, yo.
Alright, so basically, Taze hit me up. No, we was talking about something.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it was so much.
Yeah. It wasn't.
Basically, I phoned one of our mutual friends. Yeah. And I had an honest conversation with him because he's my guy. He's our guy.
Yeah, he's our guy. Of course.
I spoke figures. Cool.
Yeah.
You were in the background and heard it and thought, yo.
I heard figures.
And then
you
shared
the figures were nice. Yo, I heard figures. It was Spotify checks.
Then you shared it. And then they shared it. And then it got back.
I shared it to my worst brethren to share it to.
So in my group, they're like, yo. X amount.
Yeah. So
the funny thing, the figure was incorrect.
It was incorrect, yeah.
But
it was before the deal had actually been announced.
So it was like, oh, yo, people are talking. I'm like, who's talking? Yeah. I'm trying to do the maths, and I'm like,
Taze called me back like, bro, you're gonna lose me a check.
I was like, bro, I understand the excitement, but bro, you're killing man right now. Please, if you can go back and just say, listen, it was false. All of that stuff, anyway.
But the reason to sort of bring that to relevance, like, I was excited, bro. Like when I heard that, I was thinking, my brother Taze, like he's getting like so. Yeah, so to break that down, like I think this is obviously a big space that I'm in anyway. Like how we can actually turn this social media space into like a career and money and all these other things. And you guys have achieved something which I think is just sick. Like, I'm not going to lie, definitely one of the inspirations to me even starting a podcast because I feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of them cliche where it's like, yo, these men are getting bread, let's get involved. Because I know that you lot have grafted. Like, how many episodes have you done?
212.
Graft. Hear that? Yeah? Before any of you lot want to complain, like, that jokes aside, like, there's been a lot of work put into this. How did you lot's whole thing come together? Because I never knew you lot to necessarily be working together before. I know Miss Exposed separately.
I met April 2016, I think. Yeah, it was 4 years. I think 4 years ago. Yeah, I always get the dates wrong, man. Even with Fade, I get the dates wrong. So what happened is, I wanted to do a YouTube. I wanted to get in the YouTube space. My brother was onto me saying, "Listen, there's no black dark skinned guy on YouTube that's straight. That's just living life. That's like a lifestyle in the UK. There isn't any. And you are that guy, but you don't take it seriously on your Instagram. Do a YouTube. This YouTube thing's long editing. Even your camera guy now, I asked him about how long it takes because I want to get into it, but everyone keeps telling me, bruv, it's long, and I don't want. And you got to look at leveraging though, man. Yeah,
like for me, I'm not gonna lie. I could 100% have the mental capacity to learn how to edit, but I'm never going to.
This is what I'm saying. So everyone's just like, just accept it. It's not you. Just get someone to do it for
facts.
you. But then I'm thinking about some of the things that, but some of the places that I've been. Yeah, I don't know how I got in there. But it's a story to tell. Even yesterday, I went to a private party. I can't say whose party it was, but I don't know how I got in. But the moment I got to the door, I was like, oh my God, this guy's gonna know that. Because I'm going in based on someone else's name. Trying to swim.
I know them ones.
And the security's gone, yo, Taser. I said, shit. My name's not on the list.
Like,
you're good, my guy. He let me in. But in my head,
that's when I like clout. You see that more time.
I'm like, He looked at me, he goes, Taser, nah, you're good. I'm like, I was like, oh shit. So I got a +1. He's like, cool. He goes, yeah, cool. I was like, do you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that was happening to me from forever. So I thought, you know what? I want to tell my stories just because I've been in interesting situations. Yeah. I personally feel like my life is interesting. Yeah. I want to share it. Yeah. Then obviously you got Marv and Keith. Same thing with them. You see like Keith, and I'm definitely gonna get Keith on as well. It's like I think Keith, I remember as far back as I remember like us. Do you know what I mean? Like just on Twitter and I'm gonna lie to you, I don't remember Keith. Yeah, no, I
Mr. Exposed was mad controversial when we was coming up. Like, Twitter, like don't get me wrong, totally different to how I see him now, but saying a lot of mad stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Back in the day, it was just one of them things where like there were certain personalities that I was drawn to because they were themselves. So Poet is one.
Facts.
Chucky,
Poet definitely is one.
Do you know what I mean? Marv,
definitely,
Keith,
yes.
Cos,
yes.
You.
Facts.
There's all these, do you know what I mean? And bear in mind, social media brings man together because remember,
I'm not gonna lie, Twitter back then, bro, was like, just to labor on this, was a beautiful period, bro. Like when we're talking about like 2010 to 2012, maybe like a bit before that, like Twitter was just like a lot of us came up in that same kind of period. Even Krypton Cones, like they were involved in so many they forget the music, like we were really involved in do you know what I mean?
But minus the bullshit, it was a nice place.
Yeah,
so
it was.
Keith's from South,
Marv's
from East.
Yeah,
I'm from Northwest. So coming together, the conversations would be somewhat similar, but different experiences. Yeah. So it just made sense. So we were like, yo, I said YouTube. Keith was like, I don't think, he's not really a YouTube guy. I don't think you're a YouTube guy either. It's longer if you consider podcast. He's been doing research on podcasting anyway. This is why I give it to Keith, because he's been doing it way before anybody else was talking about it. Yeah. He's been talking about it, but everyone, when he's talking about it, everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? And at the time when we started, BBC had 80% of the market. Everybody.
So when you started, did you have aims and plans for it to be where it is now?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. No, Keith might have.
Keith, okay.
That's why when you speak to the Freeshots guys, you're speaking to me. You're not speaking to me representing Freeshots.
Yeah. It's your own views. Yeah.
Because Keith will come in and say something else.
Yeah.
But for me, nah. For me, it was just more of an audio going out and people listening. But remember, we didn't promote it. There was no marketing. There was no, oh my God, you guys wait. In next month, there's gonna be a podcast coming out. Nothing. Yeah. But man woke up one day, episodes recorded. Here's the link. You lot listen if you want. 7,000 listens first day. Man was like, raw. Is this good?
You both. Something to mention is you all three of you have like cover what I'd say like 300k, maybe 200k.
What on what?
Just across all social medias.
See, even that I've never worked it out.
But it must be a lot of coverage.
But this is what I'm saying. Like,
I've
never really worked it out. So people are like, what's your insight? I don't pay attention to stuff like that. Yeah. All I know is that I put shit out. People fuck with it. I fuck with them back, and cool. We navigate that way. But yeah, I say Keith was on about probably 40,000 on Twitter at the time. Marv probably had 40. I have the least. I'm still on 20. Chilling. Fam.
What's this on Instagram?
Twitter. Okay. Instagram, I was on probably about 12 at the time.
Just while you're here, I want to carry on with that. But how do you find your conversion is? So, for example, if you're sitting there talking about the latest, I don't know, Will Smith and flipping Jada situation, all these things that are actually not relevant to your direct brands, how do you find the conversion is? Like, do these people buy tickets to Faded? Do they come to...
So that's another thing. It's hard because okay, let me give you an example, yeah? When we put out the first live show, 200 people for the podcast, yeah? Even then, it was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Taser? People are going to come and sit down and listen to you speak. I'm like, yes. Why not? They're like, this doesn't make it...
So the live show...
The live show was...
after how many episodes did you do live show?
It was the end of the first year. I can't remember the episode number.
How often did you do the show? Every week?
At first, it was every 2 weeks.
Okay.
I can't remember when we transitioned to every week.
Was you consistent the whole year?
Yeah, we've never missed an episode. Even now,
Sick.
4 years, we never missed an episode. But we weren't making money from podcasting.
Yeah.
It's still new. So obviously we have people hollering saying, oh, my artist is dropping a new single. Can we give you $5 for you to just plug? Listen to
on the podcast, yeah.
Listen to the tunes.
But you didn't really do. You haven't done nothing like that.
We said no to everybody. Nobody got a bus.
It's a bigger bag, isn't it?
That's why when BBC came along, we were like, yeah, this makes sense. BBC wanted us to do a series for their channel. But this is why there's certain things I can say on, but there's certain things I will say to you that
yeah.
So BBC came along and were like, yo, we want you to do like a 6-part series on our radio station or / online radio, whatever. Like a dilute version of your pod. We're like, yeah, cool, makes sense. After we did that, it was 6 episodes. Moved on from that. Off the back of that, there was a week where I had a meet. Basically, I'm not going to say the names, but there was 1 week where I had a meeting with 3 big Ross Clark companies in 1 week. Like when I was speaking to my
before
boy,
the Spotify deal,
yeah, Spotify was one of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So when I was speaking to my boy was like, "Bruv, do you know what week you've had?" I didn't take it in.
I remember you saying this to me actually.
Yeah,
when we
like,
spoke about it, I remember you saying this to me.
I met with one company, and then 2 days after I met with one company, and 2 days after I met with Spotify, and it was all to do with a negotiation that was happening.
When you said this to me was when I called you off of the back of a conversation we had about a whole
what
other
you
brand.
wanted to do, yeah.
And
cool.
you, I'm not gonna lie. One thing you did is you really opened my eyes on how much the corporations valued what we were doing.
Yeah, but they'll never tell you.
Yeah, and when you made me realize the checks and the demands that they were throwing around, it made me then think, well, I'm getting involved because I know I've got value. So I think one thing that you proper knocked home was, bro, we have the power. Yeah, like that's one thing I think you lot should speak about more because you lot stand for that.
But we do. But the problem is, listen, people get people's vision or their ears get clouded in. For example, we put out a 2-hour episode. I speak about girls for 20 minutes. That's all people take home. We spent 90 minutes talking about business and how we've navigated in the corporate world.
Does that annoy you though? It
doesn't annoy me. It more shows me you.
But so,
like, for example, I can watch an interview with 50 Cent talking to Lil Wayne, for example, for 2 hours.
And take gems out of it.
I'm not gassed about when he talks about girls.
It's how we're programmed. But the reason I asked you this is because, and this is proper interesting to me, do you actually, so what do you want people to take from Freeshots Tequila?
I want them to take away the mistakes that I've made and you not do them so you can navigate better. Yeah. Like I didn't put my foot in the door of podcasting so you lot can do the same. I want you lot to kick the door open, wide open, come true and live life. I don't care if you get a deal from, it doesn't bother me. I want you lot to. But if you lot aren't looking at the stuff that Freeshots, for example, let me give you an example here. There was bare people that had podcasts before us. Bare podcasts. Like even I went on Chucky's podcast before I started Freeshots because I wanted.
And I do love halfcast as well. Shout out that Chucky.
Yeah, shout out Chucky. Chucky's my guy.
Yeah, that was one that. Yeah, 100%.
But then when we had,
and he came from the same place we came from.
But when we had the live show idea, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
After that
was a game changer. Has anyone done that before?
No.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, we started. No, it's just
I'll say it, man.
The thing is, I come from an events background.
Yeah, it was normal. It was normal. I think that was a normal transition for you.
I've been podcasting for time, and then I thought, yo, how are we gonna make peas from it? Let's do a live show.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, well, you can't do a live show. You're not a comedian. I'm like, well, people laugh at my.
No, I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm gonna stop, bro. We're gonna do a shot for this. I'll tell you why, yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's world class. Like when you really deep it, no one was really doing live show podcasts, bro.
You said no one was doing. No one was doing.
Yeah, I can't lie. I
really
can't.
Like some people.
I remember first seeing it, but you know what? I think for me, I didn't gas it because knowing you, that was a very normal transition because you know events. So I just saw it as like, yeah, sick. Course.
Or people will sit there and be like, who's going to come and sit down and watch you lot talk for an hour? I'm like, do you lot go watch comedians talk for an hour? Yes.
So let me get this straight, because I haven't experienced it.
Oh,
People
bro.
come and what? Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I need to know more about it. 'Cause I'm about to get into that space.
If I'm gonna add, let me just add here. Let me boost myself a little bit.
Go on.
So we started in sync.
Tell them, man.
Yeah,
Cause
cool,
you lot been
tell
doing.
them.
Hey, do you know what?
Wait,
Let me
wait,
tell you. No. Wait. Don't get me mad today. Yeah. These have been doing figures, you know, like numbers,
I'm about to
bro.
explain,
Like numbers are very
we
evident.
started in sync, yeah, and we done. Basically, we knew we could do about 500, 600 capacity, but we couldn't get the venue for it because for some reason, when you transition into theatre style venues, the higher price is a mad
Yeah,
thing.
I can imagine.
So we're like, we want a bar, but that can accommodate.
That's the events background of you. Yeah.
So we went to a venue called Sink in Shoreditch, and we just said, I said to Big Man, listen, let me get 3 dates every other Sunday. So we done 3 dates sold out. Literally, when I say sold out, I mean.
Sorry to jump in here, bruv. See with you, there's so much to talk about. Cause before that, you were still doing the thing in Shoreditch, the games thing every Sunday.
Yeah, old school Sundays, yeah. But
I didn't even put it on my list to talk about
we
today.
got to but
But I'm just thinking. Yeah. Go on.
That's another one that we started.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a trouble. And remember, every time you do these things, remember, I always put my little 2 pence in. Like, I see what's going on there.
Let's finish the story.
Yeah. Go on.
So, Freeshots has been going, I think, 9 months. Decided to do a live show. Once we realized we had a demand, because the numbers were crazy.
So is this the listenership numbers were crazy?
Yeah. So SoundCloud.
What numbers were you getting?
When we first started, we got 7,000 first day.
Of your first episode?
7,000.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
And then it just kind of just built until I can't remember what we were averaging, but I remember I posted a picture on my Instagram of 50,000 by June. I remember we came out in.
Let me tell you something. I got Taser on my show. Run this up. Yeah? Get my numbers high, because I've got Taser on my show, and I'll get Mr. Exposed and Marv if that's what I need to do.
So,
yeah.
The numbers are mad. So then we said, let's do a live show just to generate P. Like, obviously, we're putting bare P in studio.
Yeah,
time,
of course.
Traveling, all that stuff.
Of course.
So we announced it, bro. The first show sold out in 2 days. I was like, raw.
Just sorry to interject. What do you lot structure what you talk about? Or is it just what's going on?
What, on the podcast? Now, more to do with what's going on.
Is it quite effortless?
For me, yeah, because I like having a conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, even today, I knew what you were kind of going to ask you, but I didn't take down notes or come with notes.
Yeah. Same here. I don't.
I'll put my bridge.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm the same way. See, when it comes to like talking to people, I don't really do the whole writing down questions thing.
Some people do. Like, I see certain people on Instagram Live. Or
it works for them.
They got the iPad and everything.
Yeah, I'm not on all that, because I'm the survivors.
Yeah, I know what I like to watch.
Yeah,
so
facts,
I'm
bro.
focused on that, and I feel like being organic,
100%,
and authentic.
Can't put a price on it.
It's just
Can't.
It's just sick. So okay, first date sold out. So like, let's announce the second date. Second date sold out.
This is the live shows.
Yeah, let's announce the third date.
How many capacity? What capacity?
200, 250.
Okay.
So it wasn't nothing big. Cool. Then when we actually did the shows, literally.
How much was selling tickets for?
Started off at 12, 15, 20. People were doing numbers. Yeah, it was mad. But when we actually thought of a concept of the show, because remember, we sold out tickets before we actually knew what the show was. Like, what's the show going to be?
Yeah.
What is it? Because the podcast is 3 man sitting in a room chatting.
Yeah.
So what's the show going to be?
Mm-hmm.
So we thought of a concept where it was like, okay, cool. For the first half, it would just be us just talking about whatever is relevant. And our take on it is funny anyway. People find... The reason what I realize is people don't listen to Freeshots because we're going to talk about, for example, Joe Malone or my man's expensive hoodie over there. So it's not about him having an expensive hoodie. It's about what I'm going to say about his expensive hoodie. That's why people listen.
Yeah.
Or what Marv's going to say. So
it's they've bought into the person.
Yeah. So the first half of the show is us sitting down talking. Literally on the stage talking. And then we involve the crowd. And then the second half will be like a game show where we have games with the crowd, interact with the crowd, and then we end the show with like maybe a karaoke game or...
It's mad because it reminds me of a Sunday show.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it reminds me, I
drew from like everything that I've
and I think,
before.
shout out to them because they were quite ahead of their time when we deep it. Do you know what I mean?
Man, they killed it. So once we did that, we realized, there's no point it was tiring because it was new.
Yeah.
But there's no point doing 3 dates, 200 capacity each. Let's try 1 date, 600 capacity. Found a venue in Holborn, Tropicana.
Oh my god, Tropicana! I remember Tropicana.
So we went there now, announced that one. That one sold out in a week. 550 tickets. And bro, like
at how much?
Basically, you got to the point where every ticket was just £20.
Yeah.
Sold out. literally quickly. But we done Tropicana like 15, 20 times, bro. Sold out. Just cleaning.
I remember seeing the post.
I phoned my boy. Tell you a story about how we went on tour. I was in my house. I left my house to go pick up my daughter from Enfield. So I live in Wembley. My daughter lives in Enfield. The journey is about an hour. About 20 minutes into the journey, I've spoken to my boy. I'm near Wood Green. I'm on the phone to my boy. And boy's like, "Bruv, you need to do more, man." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Why don't you think about taking Freeshots on tour?" I'm like, "You know what? You're right, man." As I'm driving, I know this is wrong, but I'm on the phone searching venues. I found Beer Keller. Beer Keller have a venue in Leicester, Bristol, Brum, and Manny. Picked up my daughter. I've stopped for a while, making phone calls. Bro, by the time I've gotten back to my house, I've secured 4 dates. Freeshots is going on tour.
How many different cities did you do?
4. We've done Leicester, Brum, Manny, and Bristol. Reason why is I looked at our insights on SoundCloud, and outside of London, those were the top 4 cities outside London that we're listening to.
What was the capacity?
Manchester was 250, Brum 250, Leicester was about 150, Bristol 150.
Is this before the Spotify deal?
Way before. Yeah, this is before. But Spotify came late. Listen,
because you know it is why I'm asking these questions, because I feel like one thing that I feel like I belong in the space in regards to this industry is I'm gonna highlight the wins in this industry, because I feel like no one else really does.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna brush over things, and I feel like to do something like that is mental, bro. Like, because realistically, you've independently turned a podcast into a live show and then gone on tour with it. Like, and one thing that I would say, going back to the beginning of our conversation, is where the American influence has a big part, is that what they do is they make everything extreme. So they could just have a baby shower, and the baby shower looks like a Rock Nation brunch. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? But I'm on that. Yeah. Like, my birthday needs to feel like a wedding. Like, I'm on that. And I feel like you've got that. So for you, you've made everything like 10 times bigger. So you've basically converted a podcast to a live show, then to a live tour. How do we get from the live tour to the Spotify deal?
So the Spotify deal, the reason why I mentioned BBC before is because the content of the pod is definitely 18 plus. Like, you got 3 black guys who grew up in London talking about the realness. We're talking about gang shit. We're talking about girls. We're talking about race. We're talking about beef. We're talking about beef that's prominent. But we're not mentioning no names. But we've been very, very smart in how we've kind of navigated in. It's not gossip. It's more to do with like the influence it's had on certain decisions people have made because of XYZ, growing up in certain environments. Yeah. And I would never ever lie to someone and say, I grew up in the mud. I come from the mud, and I'm happy that I did, because it's made me a lot more on my toes as opposed to someone who's just kind of just cut through with the silver, with a gold spoon or silver spoon, whatever the saying is. So because of the content, I'm not gonna lie to you, we knew from early certain brands weren't gonna fuck with us. We just knew because
of how crud it was.
Yeah, we weren't trying to go. We weren't trying to come out and be like, oh, this brand doesn't want to work with us. This brand don't want to spot. We weren't trying to look for no sponsorship deals or nothing like that. We were like, we'll get ourselves, man. So when BBC came along, we're like, yo, swear down, you actually want to work? So
you keep saying BBC.
Because in the meeting, I looked at the white woman and I said, have you listened to the pod? Like, I know I'm in the room. I'm in this meeting. I had to say to her, yo, are you sure? Don't just go by the numbers we've generated. Yeah. Listen to the content. Are you sure?
So wait. BBC is BBC Spotify.
No.
So this was before the Spotify.
Before.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I had a conversation with certain people at Spotify, and they've kind of let me know.
Okay. I got you. Yeah.
BBC worked with
Yeah.
So that was kind of like a piece of the puzzle.
So what did you do with BBC?
We just had like 6 episodes. So we had
I remember that.
a Freeshots on One Extra.
Yeah, I remember.
Kind of vibe where we had special guests like Target, Kenny All Stars, Rapman, Daps, Flex God Daps, director from. He's in LA now, he's from around here.
Who
else do we have on there? DJ Ace. And we had one more person I can't remember from the top of my head. Target. Did I mention Target?
Yeah, he said Target.
I can't remember the 6th person we had. But yeah. So that was that stint on BBC. And when we left BBC, we went back to just doing our pod. But when we were doing BBC, we didn't stop our pod.
So this was on Spotify, Apple Music, everything?
Yeah, we were on everything at the time.
Okay.
But mainly people were fucking with our SoundCloud.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna stop you here. What would you say was the key to like you getting this level of attention? Like, if you had to summarize it, the people. In what sense?
That's the answer. The people that were listening to us. Forget anybody else. The people that listened to Freeshots were the people that got Freeshots to where it is today.
But how?
because they relate to what we're talking about. They liked what we're talking about. It was authentic. It wasn't fake.
So these are the things. So it's authenticity.
And some of the stories I'm sharing on the pod, certain people were there.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, Taylor ain't lying, bro. And they'll share it. And that's the important part of the podcast that we have, is the fact that, for example, my little brother listens to it, my mum listens to it. Anyone can listen to it because you've been in the scenarios that we've been in before. But the important part for us was that you would share it with a brethren because you want to laugh with your brethren.
Yeah. And
then it just rolls on.
Yeah.
Like some girls have messaged me where they've had a link up like this. And they're just playing the pod off the TV.
Yeah.
And it's just a vibe, and then they'll pause it and they'll like have a debate about what we've spoken about.
It's everyday culture, innit? It's what everyone goes through, so it's relatable.
So that's why the live shows are so sick, because it's like people have got the opportunity to come to the live show and actually vibes with us. And we had like a little texting thing where people would text in their questions or their thoughts, and I would actually read them out. When
I say that it's relatable, what would you say that for you? All right, so something I always weigh up when I'm starting a new venture, new business is like, I hate the word urban, but is this like the black culture? Is it enough to make your thing a global project? So for example, do we need to appeal to other cultures to be able to take our thing to a higher level? Yeah. Now, me personally, I would love to. I don't think we do, because when we look at America, you've got rappers who are big just in Chicago alone, and they can become rich just off of that. Yeah. But when you lot have put together 3 shots of tequila, have you thought, okay, you've got that audience, but did you ever think in any way, shape or form that we need to cover other audiences to blow?
I would say that came about when we started working with people in the corporate.
It's mad that happens, isn't it? Because it shouldn't, innit? Realistically, because what you did got you here. Really, we should carry that on, innit?
The only reason why, and I said, for example, I said it already, and I say it on camera. There's certain things I can't say on camera for certain reasons, but I can say this: we know our culture is very, very rich, bro. There's people in Japan that are spitting to grime. Grime started over here, bro. Who went to Japan to go give it to them? Say, yo, you man, fuck with this. Do you know what I mean? There's man doing, for example, what do they call it? Is it bebop rap? With the one where they do the breakdancing too.
Okay,
it's all over the world.
Yeah.
Who went there and gave it to them?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So our culture is so rich. Let me give you an example everyone can fuck with. The Caribbean, bro.
Yeah.
Jamaica's small, fam. The influence it has in the world is crazy.
I think we need to start owning that more, man.
That's the problem.
Because I'm not gonna lie, like, listen to what I just said. It's like, it's so easy to get in these positions, and I used to do it at the beginning when I started Grow Daily. I used to think about, like, we never showed our face at the beginning for like the first year, because I thought I didn't want it to be too black or too this or too that. But now when I deep it, it's like that authenticity. And I think one of the main questions I've been asking myself a lot recently with all of my ventures is, that authenticity is great and that, but does it limit us? That's what I've been thinking about. Like, is there something outside of that authenticity?
The thing is, I don't know. Look, my honest opinion is, it just depends on who's policing it. Like, I use Stormzy as an example, and I'm actually happy because I know the guy personally. Innit? Stormzy, for me, is national treasure. He's an anomaly. Like, as much as they've tried to police him, bruv, he's bust true. And the thing about him, the reason why I use Stormzy as an example is because Stormzy doesn't say, or for me, what I've seen, that he's grime. He's a musician. I can do grime, I'll do the R&B thing, and I'll do rap. I'm just a musician. And I am a very black face. Like, you can't dilute this thing over here. Do you know what I mean? So if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. And look, they're fucking with him.
Yeah, you're right.
So, and then you got and you can use someone else as another example. Someone like Ed Sheeran, for example. Yeah, I remember when Ed Sheeran was busking, bro.
Come on, you know how, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I went to Cyan's birthday. Shout out Cyan Anderson. I went to Cyan's birthday. She was like 18, and I remember her being like, "Oh, this is my." I've never even spoke about this on public platform. She was like, "Oh, it's my friend Ed." Like, at the moment, like, he's just a guitar, like, he's a guitarist, and he's coming up. And I remember I think we might have been like a yo-yos, bro, and I feel like slightly you might have even come. Like, it was a very intimate thing she had, but it was just very, very casual. And then later on that day, he started performing "You Need Me and I Don't Need You." He started performing like "My Eyes Are Red." I was like, this brother's hard.
That's what I'm saying. But what did he do? He performed his thing, Then he tapped into our culture.
100%. Because I'm not gonna lie, if he didn't do the "Eyes Are Red," I remember sitting and thinking he's hard. And at that time, I was a lot closer to Jamal. So big shout out to Jamal SBTV. I remember talking to Jamal about the process, and then he documented him. And then he done that
Yeah.
on Jamal's platform, and after that it was it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gone.
that was
That's what I'm
it.
saying.
And now when you look at him now, it's like
Exactly. So you got to think about our culture's rich. Certain men have taken
Yeah,
off
it is,
because
it is, it
they've
is.
tapped in, but they
It
look
is.
a certain way.
yeah,
But we've got to kind of get out of that mindset that because I look a certain way, I can't make it. No, you can, but you got to believe in it, and you got to have the people that are supporting you. Think about it, we went from this is what I was trying to get at. We went from Sync to Tropicana 600 capacity to Shepherd's Bush Empire 1,200 capacity to Hammersmith Apollo 3,600 sold out.
so that 360.
Bro, when I came out, yeah, the amount of faces.
Alright, let's take a shot for that one. Hey,
the amount of
3-6,
faces, bro.
yo.
Nah.
I can't lie,
nearly
bro.
Cried, bro.
No. Cheers to that, bro. And I know Raheem will appreciate that one as well. 3,600 live for a podcast. I know you want that. I know.
Bro, when I came out, yeah, I said, nah, this is sick. But you know what? I got a job to do. Let me do my job first, whatever. Cool. Then we had the after party.
Nah,
and
that's
these
sick,
vibes.
bro. 3,600 people paying what? See me, I'm a maths man.
guy.
I always want to know how much.
Obviously, okay, cool. Obviously, because
Yeah, I just want to know how much bread man's making.
December last year. Yeah, but the next one was Royal Albert Hall, but then Corona.
Royal
headbutt, man.
Albert Hall.
Yeah. First.
Are you taking the piss?
First urban podcast. Or
Have
not
you
urban,
spoken
but
about? Do people know this?
We were selling. We sold 2,500.
Royal Albert Hall. What was the capacity?
3,900 in Royal Albert Hall. But it's Royal Albert Hall, bro. That's the Queen's building, fam.
How much on ticket? I just want to know the bread. How much on tickets? Every time I ask a question, I just want to know the amounts. How much on
It's
ticket?
online, bro. It's online.
How much?
It's online.
But how much, bro?
How much? It was 30 something still.
30 something for the ticket. She bought 5.
So you look.
So she
That's
was
my
cashing
guy.
out already.
That's my G right there in the background.
5 times.
supporting.
She already gave you 150. That's one person. No. The reason I'm highlighting that, jokes aside, is because I think people need to know it, bro. Like, we need
Podcast
to
that started in the end.
exactly.
Is
And,
now
and,
in
and
Royal
remember,
Albert
you've got
Hall,
youths that are coming up and
Queen's
don't know other
building.
career paths, bro. So
Yeah.
a man will look at you and think, okay, you went to uni and studied what?
Music and media management.
I did the same thing. Funny enough, yeah, literally.
uni you go to?
I went London Met when I did that.
Same.
Yeah.
Which one did you go to?
Caledonia Road.
Yeah.
But I dropped out.
And I finished that video.
I dropped
But
out.
that was honestly, I had to finish.
Yeah, no, I was out.
The
I was
uni's
out.
dead though, innit?
Uni's
Let me not do that. But the uni, yeah. the
uni
uni's
is
dead.
good for depending on what your craft is.
Bro, I went to one module. The woman didn't speak English, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I said, how you? I said,
Caledonia
you
Road
taking a
was
piss?
lit. It was lit.
It was lit.
It
but
was
you're taking
too
a
lit.
piss,
But that's
bro.
what I found out about uni. Remember, for me, I was in Brum first before and I was doing sound engineering. When I was up there, I just ended up doing events up there because I started realizing, like, same thing we said about reading the room, it just became mad popular in Brum. It was like, fuck it, let's just do events. So rather than focusing on my modules, it was like, yo.
Yeah.
And I
Because
was
even
thinking,
for me, I was never at London Met. I was always at Brunel, Kingston.
I thought you went
Wolverhampton.
Bruno.
That's how
Yeah.
much I was there.
Yeah. You was there all the
But I
time.
had a girlfriend at the time and she went Brunel. So I was just lodged at hers.
Bruno, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I definitely feel like at that time it was so key to be able to know that number one, we had a very early insight towards things, but number two, I think what we done that was very different and referring to like Ed Sheeran.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. We're going to go back to Faded, right?
Yeah, go on.
Cool.
No, go on, let's go now.
No, I'm just saying because, like, obviously we're saying monumental buildings in London. So, Freeshots of Tequila, potentially we're going to sell out Royal Albert Hall. We were on the course to, but Corona hitting it. But we Faded. We done Ministry, a sound, sold out, and we done Coronet. Obviously, he's not there no more, but we done Coronet twice, sold out. So. Man's been doing big buildings.
Yeah. No, I've been seeing, bro. 100%.
No,
I think it's important you do because
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
so-
lie. Like even hearing you say Royal Albert Hall as a podcast, it's like I'm not gonna lie. You see one thing where everyone's pissed about me coming in this thing. I'm gonna scream and shout the things I'm doing. I'm giving you an example. Like, see if I do what you just did, I'm letting the world know. What do you mean?
No, but for me, that's what I'm saying. That is,
You're trying to do humble
no, it's
too
not,
much.
No, it's not humble.
Too much
No,
humble.
it's
Too
not
much.
humble. For me, it's part of my journey. It's not the end.
Because you know, yeah, I appreciate that.
There's a lot more happening. So
So let's bring it now up to speed. How, and this is gonna be like a chapter change, yes.
Yeah, I knew it.
How did we get the Spotify deal? And I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you why I'm talking about the Spotify deal, yeah. We've had a few tequilas right now, so we're in a different space right now, yeah. But it's my guy, we're on the authentic thing. So the reason why for me that was huge, bro, because you opened my eyes, bro. As a hustler,
Yeah.
who at that time, bro, you know, I was just in city mode. I didn't care about the social media space, bro. I didn't care, man. I was driving around Bentleys. I didn't care about all this stuff.
I said drive around
Yeah,
Bentleys like it's nothing.
No, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, this
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
important to me, but people like you allowed me to think, no, wait, there's something
something
here.
here,
Yeah. You made me
This
know,
is what I'm saying. So I'm just cutting through. Thinking,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Cutting through over
And
here,
people
bro.
like you was more relatable to me and Chucky, but you more so because I could see that, yo, this was my guy, bro. Like 17, 18, this was my guy. We was rapping all the time. He's now taking his thing to this and now to this. So how did we get the Spotify deal?
All right, cool. So I told you I always get the times wrong. I think 2.5 years in or 3 years in. I think this was approaching our 3rd year. We done it, yeah, because I changed my car. 2019, yeah. So Spotify had contacted us in December, just before Christmas, basically letting us know that they're interested in acquiring us. We didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Done our research, found out. Obviously celebrated Christmas, came back January, hollered back at them, hoping that they were still interested. They're like, yeah, we're interested in acquiring you exclusively. What that means is that your podcast will be on our platform and only our platform. We're like, whoa, wait, what? Like, we've got people listening on iTunes, Apple, SoundCloud, YouTube. Yeah. So
it's become a thing now.
Yeah,
you lot was actually one of the first examples.
So we were like, Joe Budden was one of the first ones.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were like, okay. Then obviously, not to speak about what the details were, but it made sense. And that's when we were like, yeah, cool, we're gonna go. So that was when we went over there in April.
I need to know what we can talk about, bro. Because, when you say we can't talk about the details, can we talk about the amounts of the deal?
No. Why would I talk about the amounts of the deal?
All right.
What I can say is it's a I don't even know if I can say that.
What?
No, basically it's a similar deal to Joe Rogan's. So if you go do your research and figure out what Joe Rogan said about his deal, you can apply it to mine. That's it. That's what I'll say.
I'm gonna be,
but not figures wise, because mine ain't Joe Rogan. He's on episode 1,500.
One sec. I'm gonna be difficult.
He got 100 M's.
I'm gonna be difficult, because bear in mind, I don't know nothing about the checks passed on in these worlds. Yeah, that's something.
I don't know about the checks passed on in these worlds.
But you got one.
Yeah, I hear that.
All right,
Doesn't mean I know about it.
No, but you do now.
No,
you had one.
I don't.
But you had.
I know about my one. I don't know about anybody else's.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So
So
this is what I'm trying to get. Wait.
But the thing is, I know what you're getting at, but I can say 3 letters.
No. I'll tell you what I'm getting at. My thing is never about ego. It's never about ego.
It's not ego thing.
My thing is just that I find it personally, me being Trist, I would love to know. Obviously, I know anyway because we spoke. But I think people should know like what figures are attached towards these things that we could build from our bedrooms.
The reason why I agree to what you're saying, but then I disagree, is because the figures attached, not everybody's gonna get.
Of course, I'm not saying they are.
So there's no point saying that.
But that's like saying I want to be a footballer, and that's what Ronaldo got, and that's what Raheem got. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get, but we know what's possible.
The reason why I'm saying this here is because one, this is what I said I wanted to discuss off camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just say, based on what we've done with our team, we're able to pay our bills, look after our family. No, wait. Pay our bills, look after our family, and if you look at our Instagrams, we're enjoying life.
Bro,
based on
Keith has got a fish tank in his motherfucking. Let me zoom in on me. Keith has got a motherfucking fish tank in his motherfucking hallway. I'm not playing this. I'm gonna tell. Let me explain me. Yeah, because I got my guy here and he understands what we're from. Yeah. For me,
and I know where you might have
No.
I've heard.
Wait.
I've heard stories, bro.
Wait.
10K in that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk, we can talk. But we're not.
Okay. All right.
I've been there when my man is buying hella bottles.
Of course. All right. Wait. Wait. Let's slow down. My thing is not about stunting. It's never been about flexing. But my thing is that what is possible. So, for example, I will happily say to people, me and TE spent about 40, 50 grand on building Rap City. I'm happy to say that because I think they need to know what that cost. Yeah, it's important for...
Okay, but if you want to talk figures, I can talk figures with Faded.
Let's talk figures. Let's warm you up.
But the reason I can't talk figures with Spotify is because you got to remember, Faded is mine. Yeah. Okay. Freeshots is mine. Spotify is not mine.
No, Spotify's not you. But you, it's like So Solid getting the deal. You know what Lisa Mafia and Romeo got?
No, you don't.
No, but they know. No, but they know. I'm saying.
No, but what I'm saying is, you know what the deal cost, but you don't know what they got. What their take home was.
Well, we know what everyone got on Ford with them. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's because it was so low.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, my thing is not. No, don't get me wrong. I don't want to get into a man's pocket. That's not my thing. I just want to know, like, what deals are possible, bro.